What do you mean by this, Jessica? What's going on?
What are you talking about?
Why in the world did you have to suddenly throw water on me like that?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? But what I want to know is why you're here in the first place. Why are you at the hospital?
Why, you ask? Well, you're the one who asked me to bring your change of clothes, right? That's why I'm here with them.
I asked Dad to bring them, not you. So why on earth are you the one bringing them here?
Dad had an urgent situation come up, and I was the one who had to step in. That's why I ended up bringing them instead of him.
If I had known you were going to bring them, I never would have asked. Having someone like you come to visit me is only going to make me feel worse. You don't understand how bad it is for me.
Wait, why do you hate me so much?
What? You're really that clueless, huh? How do you not understand something so simple?
I don't understand. Why do you hate me?
Because you're a high school dropout, that's why. It's just so embarrassing to have a sister like you. I can't even begin to describe how shameful it is.
That's really cruel.
Honestly, you should try seeing things from my perspective for once. It's so humiliating to have someone like you as my sister. Just the fact that you exist is enough to cause me trouble. I wish you would at least recognize that.
I can't believe it. You don't even know why I didn't continue my education, do you?
It's because you're dumb, right? There's really no other explanation. What else could there be?
You.
Ugh, fine, whatever. I don't want to talk to a high school dropout like you anymore. I'm done. Just take those clothes back. They're soaked, and they're not even in a condition to be worn. They're ruined.
You're the one who poured water on them, though.
It doesn't matter. Either way, since you touched them, they need to be washed now. Just go tell Dad to bring me new clothes, and make sure you take responsibility for what happened. Tell him you dropped them or that you spilled something on them. Do not, under any circumstances, say that I'm the one who made them dirty.
How can you be so selfish?
What? I'm the one who's sick here, and you're talking to me like that? If my condition worsens, it's all going to be your fault, you know?
Why is that?
It's obvious. You're the one who stressed me out. You know what they say, stress is the cause of illness, right? If something happens to me because of all this, I swear I'll curse you for the rest of my life. I mean it. Now get out of here. You're only making the atmosphere in this hospital worse.
I understand.
I swear, it would be great if you could just disappear far away from me. If you stay within a 50-mile radius, I'll never be rid of the stench of being a high school dropout. Life is so unfair. You, someone who has no ability, who isn't even smart, is healthy, while someone like me, who's actually a good person, is stuck with a sickly body.
Maybe that's true.
It really would have been better if things were the opposite. If you were sick instead, no one would care, right? It wouldn't matter to anyone.
Stop with your nonsense.
Oh, I have an amazing idea. Why don't we just completely sever everything? I think that's the best solution. Just cut it all off.
Cut ties? Fine, whatever. It's the least of my problems.
Yes! Honestly, having someone like you as my sister has always been a mistake from the start. From the moment we were born, it was wrong. Now, I'm finally free of that burden.
You really are the worst, you know?
Sarah, did you deliver Jessica's change of clothes?
Dad, I'm so sorry. I wasn't able to deliver them. But it's okay. You can bring them whenever you have time. There's no rush.
Huh? Was there some kind of problem?
Well, I had an accident. I fell and got the clothes all dirty.
Oh, I see.
I'm really sorry.
There's no need to apologize. Were you hurt?
No, I wasn't hurt.
That's good to hear, but this is a bit troublesome. I won't be able to visit tomorrow or the day after because I have some commitments. I'm sorry, but could you please go and bring the clothes again?
I can't do that. I might fall again.
Huh?
I'll just keep falling and falling over and over. Each time I'll get the clothes dirty again. I can't help it.
Why are you saying that, Sarah?
It's because I'm a high school dropout and I'm useless. That's just how I am.
What's going on, Sarah?
Dad, what if I told you I wanted to stop being a donor? What would you do?
Stop being a donor?
Well, of course you'd be disappointed in me, wouldn't you? You'd probably be angry with me.
What are you talking about? Of course I'd respect whatever decision you make.
Huh? But I'm the only one who can donate. If I don't do the surgery, Jessica won't get better, and she needs it so badly.
But even so, I wouldn't be mad at you if you didn't donate.
But Jessica is such an important daughter to you, Dad. How could you say that?
Of course she's important.
Then why not let me do it?
Because it's simple, isn't it? You're an important daughter to me as well.
Dad.
I know very well that you are a kind and caring child, Sarah. I've always seen that in you. And if you say you want to stop being a donor, then I know there must be a very important reason behind it.
Yes, there is.
If you're willing, would you mind sharing the reason with me?
All right, I'll tell you.
No way! So Jessica really said something like that?
Yes, it's true. She really said that to me.
Why? Did you two have a fight or something?
We didn't fight.
But even without fighting, how could she say something so cruel? That quiet, gentle Jessica.
Quiet and gentle Jessica, huh?
What do you mean?
It's true. She always put on this perfect act in front of adults. She was always so sweet and gentle around everyone. But when it came to me, she'd always act like this, like she hated me for no reason at all.
That's...
Every time I tried to speak up for myself, or even just disagree a little, she'd always turn the tables. She would bring up her illness and play the victim card, and before I knew it, everyone around us would be on her side. Everyone would turn against me, saying things like, "You're the older sister, she's sick, and you're being so harsh on her."
But she never did that in front of me.
You're right. She never did that when you were around. I think she knew it wouldn't work on you. She's smart, you know? Very clever when it comes to getting her way.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I didn't realize.
Don't apologize, Dad. I'm the one who should be sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Because I never really trusted you completely. Ever since I was little, the adults always made me out to be the bad guy. Everyone would side with Jessica, and I was left all alone. They always said, "You're the older sister. You should be more patient, more understanding." They never even thought about how I felt. I should have trusted you more and talked to you earlier. I should have confided in you.
Even so, that's my fault too. It's my responsibility for not being the kind of father you could trust. I'm really sorry, Sarah.
Please don't apologize, Dad.
I understand now. I've made you endure so much on your own, and I'm really sorry for that. From now on, you don't have to worry about Jessica or me anymore. Live your life however you want. I want you to be happy, Sarah. You don't have to take care of anyone anymore if it's going to be too much for you.
Thank you, Dad.
But still, I don't understand why she would do this.
I don't either, Dad. It's like she's been hiding something from everyone. She's always been so good at pretending, and now it feels like she's been pretending all this time, just to get people to feel sorry for her.
It must be hard for you, Sarah, to deal with this. I can see that it's been eating away at you for a long time.
Yeah, it has been. For a while now. I felt like I've been the bad one. The one who's always expected to do everything right, to look after Jessica, to take care of the family. It's exhausting.
I know I haven't been the best father, but I want you to know that I'll always support you from now on. No matter what, I'm here for you.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you for the change of clothes, Dad.
You're welcome.
Sarah fell and got her clothes dirty, didn't she? That's so like Sarah. It's up to me to stay on top of things and take care of everything.
Jessica,
What is it?
I need to talk to you about something important. You were scheduled for transplant surgery in 6 months, right?
Yes! Now I can finally get better!
Yes, that's right. Up until now, we've been using treatments that were just managing things, but your body has grown and reached the age where you can handle the surgery. So we decided to move forward with the transplant surgery to solve this problem at the root.
Yeah! I'm a little scared, but I'm so excited! After I get better, we can go on trips together, right, Dad?
Well, about that. The transplant surgery won't happen anymore.
What? Why?
The donor was supposed to be Sarah.
Sarah? I didn't hear anything about this.
You see, there are risks involved in being a donor. Ideally, we'd have found a matching donor before you were old enough for surgery. But in the end, no one was a match, so Sarah said she would donate for you.
But then there's no problem, right? If Sarah donates, everything will be fine.
No problem? Are you seriously saying there's no problem?
What's going on, Dad? I don't understand. You just need to do the surgery as planned, right?
Well, Sarah made it clear that she will not donate her organs.
What? What is that? Why? Even though there's a risk, she's my sister. She's my blood relative. A little risk is nothing.
Are you serious?
Dad, you need to tell her. Stop saying such nonsense and make her donate.
No, actually, I agree with Sarah's decision.
What? Why? Whose side are you on, Dad?
To me, both of you are important daughters. But in this situation, I stand by Sarah's decision.
Why?
Look back at what you've said to Sarah and what you've done.
Did she really snitch on me? I can't believe it.
I'm the one who can't believe this.
No, don't listen to her. I don't know what she said, but it's all lies.
What kind of benefit would Sarah gain from lying like that?
I don't know. Sarah's always been like this. She bullies me when no one's around. I haven't done anything wrong. I've been so scared and unable to talk to anyone about it. That's why.
It's just as Sarah said.
Huh?
Is that what you've been doing? Making Sarah the bad guy and trying to get people to sympathize with you? I really am a failure as a father. I can't believe I didn't see this sooner.
No! Why don't you believe me? Why do you only believe Sarah?
I've told you, both of you are my precious daughters. I don't just take one person's side without understanding everything. I've spent the last few days looking into this, asking around, listening to what people have said. And from everything I've gathered, I believe what Sarah said is the truth.
No. Wait! That's all part of her plan!
You know deep down that it doesn't make sense, right?
Because...
Either way, it's pointless to try to convince me. Sarah is the one who's the donor. If Sarah doesn't want to donate, then no one can force her.
That's not fair.
Well, the possibility of the transplant surgery isn't completely gone. Maybe another donor will come forward.
Maybe another donor will come forward? When?
Who knows? It could be next year, the year after.
It might be 5 years or even 10 years. Maybe it'll never happen.
That's also a possibility.
I can't accept that. Why? Why?
It's the consequences of your actions. Just accept it.
Why would you say that? I'm your precious child.
Yes, of course.
Then why?
I've already said Sarah is also my precious daughter.
Don't joke around. Don't put me and that woman on the same level.
Why do you look down on Sarah so much?
Of course I do. A high school dropout like her deserves to be looked down upon.
You!
Enough! I never thought you'd be such a horrible person. I'll convince her myself. Just leave me alone. Hey, Sarah.
Sarah? Is that me?
Of course. Who else could it be?
Aren't you mistaking me for someone else? We're supposed to be estranged, and besides, you've never once called me big sister except in front of other people.
Oh, come on. That was just a joke. Don't take it seriously. Did you seriously think I meant that?
No way. That doesn't change anything, though.
Come on, stop being so mean.
Mean?
That was just a cute little joke from your younger sister, you know? Just a small thing.
You're not cute, and you're not my little sister anymore either.
So enough already! Where are you right now? Tell me!
Right now, I'm in Vietnam.
What? Vietnam?
I got a little extra money recently, so I thought I'd go on a trip abroad. It's something I've dreamed of for a long time. So I thought, why not take a little trip around Southeast Asia?
Don't mess with me. You're off traveling the world while I'm here suffering from my illness.
What are you talking about? You were the one who said you wished I'd just disappear somewhere far away. Well, looks like I took your advice, right?
But still, overseas? And why, of all places, Southeast Asia?
Is there a problem?
Of course there is. What if you catch some strange disease or something?
Oh, how surprising. You're actually worried about me?
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried that if you catch some weird illness, it could interfere with your transplant surgery.
Ah, I see. Now I understand.
Anyway, come back home right now.
No way. I'm not coming back.
Don't be ridiculous. That body of yours doesn't belong only to you, you know.
Don't talk like I'm pregnant or something. My body is my own. And besides, I've already stopped being a donor.
Why?
Why? Take a look at everything that's happened up until now.
I couldn't help it. I didn't even know you were a donor. If I had known, I would have treated you better.
I don't need that kind of kindness from you. It's too late for that anyway. Nothing's going to change.
Stop it! You're just a high school dropout, and yet you keep causing me trouble.
You keep bringing up my being a high school dropout. Dad never told you about it. Well, I was the one who told him not to mention it.
Huh? What are you talking about? Explain it to me properly.
The reason I gave up on my education was because of you.
What?
To be honest, I gave up on going to school and started working to pay for your medical bills.
What are you saying? That can't be right. Dad works for a big company, and he should be making plenty of money.
Yes, Dad has worked hard for the family. But your treatment costs, with things that aren't covered by insurance, it wasn't easy to pay for. It wasn't a small amount of money. We even had to sell the car, and I had to stop fishing and golfing.
I didn't know about that.
I kept it a secret so that you wouldn't feel guilty or burdened. I didn't tell Dad that I gave up on school to make money for your treatment. And, by the way, I'm the one paying for your private room in the hospital, too.
Wait, what? The private room?
You're staying in a private room at the hospital, right? And it's not free, you know. Private rooms come with an extra cost. I thought since you're so sensitive, you wouldn't be able to handle a shared room. But, well, starting next month, you'll probably be moved to a shared room anyway.
What? Why?
Why? It's because I'm not paying for your donor fees, your private room, or your treatment anymore.
No. Why?
Why? You were the one who said you wanted to be estranged from me, right?
But I didn't know! I didn't know any of this!
That's not the point. It doesn't matter that you were a donor or that I gave up on school to help pay for your treatment. Those reasons don't matter. What matters is that I don't feel happy about it anymore.
But I'm the sick one. I've been in and out of the hospital since I was a child. My health has always been bad. And if my attitude's been poor at times, it's not like I can help it.
I used to think the same. That's why I've been putting up with it all this time. But now, I see things differently.
So then, what does that mean?
It means this. It's not just about being sick or having a bad attitude because of poor health. You've been showing me who you really are. And I finally understand. And because of that, I can't sympathize with you anymore. I don't feel any love for you anymore.
No, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for everything. I apologize for everything I've done. Please, forgive me, Sarah.
I told you already not to call me Sarah. We're estranged, you and I, and it's final.
You can't do this. You can't just walk away like this, Sarah. You're my sister. You're the only family I have left.
You want to talk about family? What about the way you've treated me all these years? You think I've just been here waiting for you to be kind to me? I'm not your punching bag, Sarah. I'm not your emotional support when it's convenient for you. I've been carrying the weight of your behavior for far too long, and now it's enough.
No, I never meant to hurt you. I didn't realize how bad things had gotten between us. I never meant to push you away like this.
Well, you did. You pushed me away, and you were so selfish. You always expected things from me without ever considering how I felt. I've always been the one to pick up the pieces for you. But you never even tried to understand what I've been going through.
I didn't know. I didn't know how much pain I caused you. I never thought. I was too focused on myself. You're right. I should have seen it. I should have understood it better. But I didn't, and now I regret it.
You regret it? Well, it's too late for regrets, isn't it? You've been living your life without thinking about the consequences of your actions. I've had to deal with all the fallout of your decisions while you've gone on and lived your life, pretending like none of it mattered.
I thought you were strong, Sarah. I thought you could handle it all. I've been so selfish, trying to make everything okay for me without realizing how much you were suffering too.
You don't get it. You think I've been suffering because of your choices? No, I've been suffering because you've never once considered how your actions affect me. You just used me over and over again because you knew I'd always be there for you. But I'm done being used. I'm done.
Please don't say that. I'm begging you. I'm begging you to understand. I've made mistakes, and I'm so sorry. I don't know how to fix everything, but I want to try. I can't lose you. Not like this.
You already lost me a long time ago. It's not something you can fix with a few words. It's not about apologies. It's about what you did and what you never acknowledged. I don't need your apologies. I need actions, and you're too late for that.
I can change. I swear I will. I'll prove it to you. I'll do whatever it takes.
No, you won't. Because you're only thinking about what you want. You don't really understand what it means to change. You never have.
I can't believe this. I've lost everything, haven't I? I've lost you. I've lost my family. And now, I don't even know what I have left.
You still have yourself. But if you want to rebuild something, you need to start being honest with yourself. You can't just keep blaming everyone else for your mistakes. I've been waiting for you to figure that out, but it's too late. I can't wait anymore.
I don't know what to say anymore.
There's nothing left to say.
All I've done is try to get by, try to survive, and yet it feels like I've lost everything in the process. And now, I feel like I don't even know who you are anymore, Sarah. How did we get here?
You're still asking that question? After everything that's happened, after everything I've said? It's not that I don't want to tell you, but the truth is, I don't know if I can even trust you anymore.
But you've always been my sister. I've always known that no matter what, you'd be there for me. And now it's like you've just thrown it all away. Why can't you see that I need you? Why can't you see that I'm still the same person who loves you?
You say that now, but where were you when I needed you the most? Where were you when I was struggling and going through my darkest moments? You weren't there. You didn't even care. And that's something I can never forget.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I was just trying to get by myself. I've always thought if I pushed forward, I could make it right. But I see now that I've been so wrong. I should have been there for you. I should have helped you when you were suffering. But instead, I was selfish.
It's not about being selfish. It's about being there for the people you love when it matters the most. You can't keep saying that you've been too busy or that you didn't know. I needed you, Sarah. I needed you to see me, to understand that I was hurting too. But you didn't, and that's where it all broke down.
What do you want me to do now? I know I can't change the past, but I'm begging you. Please, don't shut me out like this. I don't want to lose you. I'm still your sister. I still care about you.
You still don't get it. I can't just forgive you because you're my sister. I can't just let everything slide because you say you're sorry now. It's about the choices you made and how they've affected me. It's too late for words, Sarah. You've already shown me who you really are.
I know I failed you, and I don't know how to fix it. But I need you to know that I'll never stop trying. I don't care how long it takes. I'll keep fighting for us. I'll prove to you that I'm not the person I've been showing you. I'll prove that I can be better.
You keep saying that, but words aren't enough anymore. I need actions. I need you to show me that you can change. But more importantly, I need you to show yourself that you're capable of change. Until then, I'm not waiting anymore. The transplant surgery that had once been Jessica's only hope for survival was no longer a possibility. And as a result, she seemed to have fallen into an overwhelming sense of despair. It was as though the last shred of hope had been ripped away from her, leaving her in a state of emotional ruin. The prospect of the surgery had been the one thing that had kept her going through her illness. But with that option now off the table, she struggled to find a reason to keep fighting. The weight of her condition, combined with the emotional toll of losing that hope, took its toll on her mental state, and it was clear to everyone around her that she was no longer the same person. In the aftermath of this setback, Jessica found herself in an even more difficult financial situation. She could no longer afford the costs of her private room in the hospital, and she was moved into a shared ward. This change, though seemingly minor, had a profound effect on her. Jessica had always been someone who was extremely sensitive to her environment. She had grown accustomed to the luxury and privacy of a room to herself, and the thought of sharing a space with others filled her with anxiety. For her, this was more than just a financial issue. It felt like a violation of her personal space and a blow to her dignity. She could not bear the thought of living in close quarters with strangers, and it caused her great distress. Her unease soon manifested in her behavior. Unable to cope with the situation, she became increasingly irritable and volatile. She lashed out at those around her, snapping at the nurses, the doctors, and even the other patients in the ward. Her frustration, which had been building for some time, finally erupted in a storm of anger. At first, people tried to be understanding, knowing that she was going through a difficult time. But as the days passed, her outbursts became more frequent and more intense. Eventually, the kindness and patience that had once been extended to her began to fade. People started avoiding her, no longer offering the same level of sympathy that they had once shown. Her behavior had alienated her from the very people who might have been able to offer her some comfort. Meanwhile, I had been trying to be there for her, but my efforts were becoming increasingly strained. I had always done my best to support Jessica, but now I found myself unable to continue providing the kind of assistance that she needed. She could no longer afford the treatments that weren't covered by her insurance, the treatments that had once been her lifeline. In the past, I had stepped in to help cover these costs, doing everything I could to ensure that she received the care she needed. But now, I found myself unable to provide that support. My own financial resources were stretched thin, and I could no longer justify using my own savings to pay for her treatments. The financial burden, combined with her emotional outbursts, left me feeling helpless and exhausted. I was trapped in a situation where I felt like I was giving everything I had, yet it still wasn't enough. As for Jessica, her situation was growing more desperate by the day. The only remaining hope for her survival was the possibility of finding a suitable donor for the transplant. But the odds of this happening were slim. Both of us had rare blood types, and finding a match was a long shot at best. The chances of someone else, someone who wasn't family, being a suitable donor were even slimmer. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that there was little hope left. The transplant, once a beacon of possibility, now seemed like an impossible dream. It was as though we were stuck in a nightmare with no way out. Jessica seemed to be aware of the grim reality as well. The hope that had once fueled her determination slowly began to fade. Replaced by a sense of resignation, she stopped fighting as hard, no longer clinging to the possibility of a miracle. Instead, she retreated into herself, becoming quieter and more withdrawn. It was as if the life had been drained from her, leaving behind a hollow shell of the person she once was. Her body continued to deteriorate, but it was the emotional toll that seemed to be the most devastating. She no longer found joy in anything. She no longer cared about the things that used to bring her happiness. And it was heartbreaking to watch her slip away, knowing that there was nothing I could do to stop it. As the days turned into weeks, I began to feel the strain of the situation more acutely. I couldn't help but feel guilty for not being able to do more for her. But at the same time, I also began to feel resentful. It wasn't just her illness that was taking a toll on me. It was everything that had led up to this point. The years of caring for her, of sacrificing my own needs to put hers first, had left me emotionally drained. I had always been the one to pick up the slack when she needed help, the one to shoulder the burden when things got tough. But now, I was at my breaking point. I had nothing left to give. I had become increasingly aware of the emotional distance between us. The bond that we had once shared, the bond that had made me willing to do anything for her, seemed to have eroded over time. Jessica had changed in ways that I hadn't fully understood, and I had changed as well. The person I had once been, someone who would have sacrificed everything for her sister, was no longer the same. The love that had once been so strong now felt distant and faded, replaced by a sense of duty and obligation that I could no longer ignore. I was no longer the person who would have willingly become a donor, risking my own health and well-being for her sake. The thought of being tested to see if I could be a match for her transplant made me uneasy. It wasn't that I didn't care about her. It was that I had reached a point where I could no longer put myself in harm's way for someone who, to me, felt like a stranger. The emotional bond that had once made me feel like I would do anything for her no longer existed in the same way. It was as though we had become two different people, separated by more than just illness. There was a chasm between us that I couldn't bridge. It was a painful realization. I had always been there for her, but now I was forced to confront the truth that I didn't have the strength to keep going. I couldn't be the person she needed me to be anymore. I couldn't make the sacrifice that would save her life. And that realization hurt more than anything else. It felt like I was betraying her. But at the same time, I also felt like I was protecting myself from a pain I could no longer bear. I wondered if I was being cruel, if I was a terrible sister for not wanting to help her. But at the same time, I couldn't help but feel like I had given all I had to give. There was nothing left for her. Nothing left for me, and so I pulled away. I stopped offering support, stopped trying to find a way to help her. I avoided thinking about the transplant, avoided thinking about the possibility of saving her life. It was easier that way, easier to pretend like I didn't care. But deep down, I knew that I did care. I cared more than I wanted to admit, and that guilt, the feeling of not being able to do enough, weighed heavily on me. It was as though I was torn between two opposing forces, my love for her and my own need to protect myself from the emotional and physical toll of the situation. In the end, I didn't know what the right thing to do was. I only knew that I couldn't keep sacrificing myself for her, not when I had nothing left to give. And so, I asked myself again, was I a terrible sister? The question lingered, unanswered in my mind. I didn't know. All I knew was that I couldn't keep going down the same path. Something had to change. I didn't know what the future held for Jessica, and I didn't know what role I would play in it. All I knew was that I needed to find a way to move forward. Perhaps it was time for me to let go. Perhaps it was time for me to find peace, even if that meant stepping away from her in order to preserve my own well-being. It was a thought that filled me with both guilt and relief, but I couldn't ignore it any longer. As painful as it was, I had to accept the truth. I couldn't be her savior. And that, perhaps, was the hardest pill to swallow. What hurt the most, though, was the fact that I still loved her deeply. Even though I couldn't find a way to express it, I was trapped in a whirlwind of emotions, where guilt, love, resentment, and self-preservation all collided in an unrelenting storm. But in the end, I knew I had to stop pretending like everything was okay. I had to accept that I couldn't carry the weight of her world on my shoulders anymore, no matter how much I still wished I could.
Hey, Sarah, are you doing okay? How are you?
I'm doing fine.
You seem kind of stressed. Have you been sleeping lately?
I'm just nervous about the results. I haven't been able to sleep well.
That's completely normal. I can understand that. You've been supporting him all this time.
Every year around this time, I get so anxious I can barely focus on my own work.
They announced the results today. Do you want to know how it went?
Would you mind telling me?
Well, he passed!
Really? He did?
Yes, really! I just checked the result myself. His number is there!
I can't believe it! After all this time. Finally!
You should be very proud. All of that support paid off after all this time!
I need to check myself to be sure. I just need to see it with my eyes.
It's not a mistake or anything. I made sure to triple check. What, you think I'm that stupid? You think that I can't see right?
That's not what I meant at all. It's just that I've watched him work so hard, it's almost unbelievable. All those late nights studying, he was barely sleeping. All the practice tests. After failing twice, he really pushed through.
Could you not? I don't need all this emotional stuff right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so happy for him. Remember how down he was after the second failure?
Can you seriously stop that? How many times do I need to tell you?
I'm sorry. I'm just really happy for him. I guess I get more emotional with age, when I think about how far he's come. This isn't good to talk about like this, huh? We should talk about it in person. Well, we should celebrate properly. I was thinking maybe we could have a special dinner to celebrate him passing. Hey Ryan, I heard you passed. I'm so happy for you. Is there anything special you'd like to eat?
Yeah, there is, but it's none of your business.
What? What do you mean?
I got into med school, but I don't want a fake mom celebrating about it.
Fake mom? Why do you say that? You mean
you're talking about me?
Obviously I am. Who else would I be talking about other than you? You think just because you've been here all this time, that somehow makes you a part of my family? My only real mom is the one who gave birth to me. You just showed up out of nowhere and moved in with us, acting like you belonged here all this time.
I know you've always felt a certain way. Loved your birth mother very much. All these years I've understood that. I understand why you've never called me Mom, and it never bothered me. But you've never said anything this cruel to me before. We've shared meals together for a long time now. I've watched you grow up. Why are you saying this now? Did I do or say something to make you upset?
Your excessive celebration just pissed me off, getting all teary-eyed like you actually cared about me getting into med school. Don't act like you're my mother when you're nobody to me. And I'm not grateful to you either. Not for the meals, not for anything. I just wanted to make that clear.
I've never asked for your gratitude or for you to think of me as your real mother. I just work hard for my family, doing housework and my job. Because that's what family does for each other.
Don't say family, because we are not family. That word doesn't belong in your mouth. You just took advantage of Dad when he was depressed after Mom left. Swooped in when he was in his most vulnerable state.
It hurts when you say it like that. It wasn't like that at all. You know that's not how it happened. I was just trying to cheer up my boss when he was feeling down. Back then, I was just an employee who wanted to help her boss.
Mom left because the bakery wasn't making any money, because Dad couldn't manage anything properly. Dad's pretty useless, I'll admit that. A real failure at business. But he's still my family, and he's managed to boost sales enough to put me through med school. So I'll give him that much credit. I was able to get in because he paid for it.
I know you don't want to hear this, but I've been working hard to help increase sales too. The online ordering system was my idea. Don't you think I deserve some recognition for that? For trying to help this family succeed?
You're just a parasite latching onto our family, taking credit for everything. Get out of our house right now! I can't stand looking at your face anymore! Not today of all days especially!
Hey Jack, are you free to talk? It's about Ryan.
Hi, Sarah. Has Ryan contacted you about the university, how he passed his exam?
Yeah, he did. He sent me the acceptance letter.
Okay, he was saying he didn't want to send you anything, but I told him he had to let you know. You've done too much to be left out of this.
I see. So you were looking out for me. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, it's not that. He just seemed kind of awkward about it, like he was avoiding something. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, he probably wasn't being awkward at all. He probably really didn't think he needed to tell you. Didn't want to, more like.
What do you mean? Did he say something to you about me?
Well, after getting the acceptance news, he told you you're a fake mother, that you're not family.
Oh, you heard about that? He told you?
Did he really say that to you, word for word?
Yes, but it's okay.
So that's why he doesn't want you to be happy for him or to celebrate. I'm really sorry. I'll talk to him sternly about this. He can't treat you this way or talk to you that way.
It's okay, really. Really, it's fine. I'm okay. It's true anyway, what he said. He really loved his mother, so those feelings probably haven't changed. I've always known that. But his mother...
Yeah, I know what you're thinking.
We promised not to tell him about that, right? About what really happened to her?
I know. We agreed it was better this way for all of us.
Sometimes I wonder if we made the right choice.
keeping it from him all these years.
It would have crushed him if we told him back then. You know that.
But I would have been happy if you'd accepted me even a little. After all this time. We've lived together for over 10 years, but to still hear things like this makes me feel like I'm a failure as a mother. Maybe if he knew the truth.
Sarah, none of this is your fault. You've been more of a parent than... Well, you know, he's the one who's in the wrong, still living in the past. You've done so much for Ryan, so much, more than anyone else would have.
I've tried my best. I really have. Every day to show him that I care.
I know you have, but why is he suddenly being so cruel to you? He's been cold before, but he's never said such horrible things. Did something specific happen?
Yeah, that's true. He's never been this harsh to me before. I think he got angry because I was too excited about this whole thing, about his acceptance. Maybe I overstepped.
No, even if that's true, he had no right to say those things. You had every right to be happy for him. You've supported his dream from the start.
I'm so sorry. I'm ruining the celebration mood. Again, we should be happy about this.
No, I'm glad you told me. I need to have a word with him about what he did to you. This isn't acceptable. For now, let's just celebrate. We should go somewhere nice. That new restaurant you mentioned before?
I won't be joining the celebration, though. I think it's better if I don't go with you guys.
Are you sure about that, Sarah? You deserve to be there, too.
It's his special day. An unwanted guest shouldn't intrude. He made that clear enough.
Oh, if that's what you want, all right then, but don't push yourself too hard. If you need to talk about anything, just tell me. Remember, I'm on your side. Always have been, always will be. I love you.
Thank you. That means a lot. More than you know. I love you too. Please don't be too hard on him. He's achieved something amazing today. Let him have this moment and don't worry about me.
You're too kind sometimes, you know that?
Maybe, but that's who I am. Who I want to be. Even if he doesn't see it.
Hey, Sarah, how long are you planning to stay here?
What? What do you mean?
Don't play dumb. You know exactly what I mean.
No, I really don't.
From now on, it'll just be me and Dad living here. You need to find somewhere else to live and divorce Dad immediately. It's time to end this charade.
Why? Why would you say something like that? After everything I've done?
After what exactly?
I've put in all my time and energy to support this family. Every single day. So why do I have to leave?
Support? Is that what you call it? That was just you trying to score points with Dad, using me to get close to him. I'm not stupid. I've seen through you from the beginning.
That's not true. How can you think that? I love Jack, I truly do. But I care about you just as much. I always have.
Shut up. That's disgusting. Your fake concern makes me sick. Listen up. You won't have a place in this house much longer, so start packing.
What do you mean? Why are you doing this now?
Mom's coming back, finally.
What?
And Dad can't be married when she returns or they won't be able to get back together, so you need to go.
Why? Why would that happen? Don't tell me. Have you been in contact with your mother?
No, it's not that. Not yet. I made a promise with Mom before she left. She said we'd live together again once I became a doctor. That's why I worked so hard. That's why I never gave up.
Such a promise. When did she say that to you?
I only put up with living with you because I needed to focus on getting into med school. You were useful for taking care of things around the house, making meals, doing laundry. I just kept you around because it was convenient. But now I've achieved my goal, so you're not needed anymore. You can go.
That's terrible. How can you say these things? I tried so hard to be a mother to you. All these years.
As if I'd want that! My mom is way more beautiful than you, and she can do everything around the house perfectly. She's elegant and sophisticated. Who would ever think of you as a mother? You're just a plain-looking nobody. Do you know how embarrassing it was, having friends over and seeing you there? Dad must have really hit rock bottom to marry someone like you.
So I should just leave then? Just like that?
Yeah, that's right. Finally, you understand. And once I graduate med school, Dad can take care of everything for me. He owes me that much.
Why would that happen? Either do it yourself or have your mother do it, right? Since she's so perfect.
No way! Mom went through hell because Dad couldn't make the bakery successful. She suffered enough. Now that I'm gonna be a doctor, I want to support her with my salary. We'll live together properly, and we'll shut down this failing bakery. Dad can just take care of the housework. It's all he's good for anyway.
Please don't do that. You can't. Baking is his life. The bakery is everything to him. You know that.
If he can't even make decent money from it, he should just quit. Stop defending him. You're both pathetic.
How can you say that? Do you know how hard he works? Every single day?
Whatever, just get out of this house. I don't want to see your face anymore.
I see. So this is really happening. All right. If that's what you want, I'll have to leave.
And don't come to the entrance ceremony. I don't want you there. This is my moment. My chance to finally have my real family back.
Your real family. I understand. Goodbye, Ryan.
Just go already.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
I don't need your wishes. Just disappear. Hey! Pick up your phone! Why aren't you answering my calls? This is important!
I'm sorry. I've been busy. Moving takes time. I heard your voicemail, though. Though I could barely understand anything through all the crying. Men shouldn't cry on the phone like that. It's unseemly.
Shut up! Don't lecture me! More importantly, what's going on? You need to fix this!
What am I supposed to fix? What are you angry about? Tell me what happened.
Today was my entrance ceremony! You know, the one you weren't supposed to come to?
Oh, was it? How nice for you.
After it ended, the administration office called me in front of everyone. Do you know how humiliating that was? They told me my tuition hasn't been paid yet. Not a single yen. They said I have until the end of April to pay, but I'm the only one who hasn't paid yet. The only one. So I called Dad right away to tell him to pay it, and he said you were supposed to pay the tuition, that it was your responsibility.
That's right. I was the one who promised to pay. 10 years ago.
Then hurry up and pay it! What are you waiting for? Do you know how embarrassing it is being the only one who hasn't paid? Everyone's talking about it!
Why should I pay? After all, we're strangers, right? Isn't that what you said?
What?
Why should I pay tuition for someone who isn't related to me? Doesn't that seem strange? To expect money from a stranger?
But we live together, and you promised!
Yes, we did live together, but we're not family. That's what you said, remember? Word for word. I accepted that. That we're not family. That I'm just a nobody who invaded your life. So why would I need to pay your tuition? Make it make sense. I used what would have been your tuition money for moving expenses, so I couldn't pay now even if I wanted to. Which I don't have any left.
You've got to be kidding me! You can't do this! You're supposed to pay!
Why am I the one getting yelled at over text? You're the one who's being strange. First, you kick me out. Tell me I'm nothing to you. Then demand money? Expecting a stranger to pay your tuition. How entitled can you be?
That's different!
Different? How exactly? Are you feeling okay? You have an interesting personality. Using people when it's convenient, then throwing them away.
So you're really not going to pay after all these years?
That's what I've been saying, right? Or did you not understand? Should I use simpler words?
Fine, whatever. I was stupid to rely on you. Dad will handle it. Dad, she says she won't pay my tuition. She's abandoning us after everything we did for her.
I thought this might happen after how you treated her.
She suddenly left, saying she wants to cut ties with us completely, just like Mom did. At this point, there's nothing we can do but have you pay it, Dad. You're my father. It's your responsibility. As long as you pay by the end of April, it'll be fine. We can figure something out.
That's not possible. Not happening.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying it's impossible, and you know why.
Huh?
I'm saying I don't care what happens to you, not anymore.
What are you talking about? This isn't funny!
You said Sarah left on her own, right? That's what you told me.
Yeah, that's right. She abandoned us. She just walked out.
Actually, you drove her out, didn't you? Saying she was in the way and whatnot, that she needed to leave?
Did Sarah tell you that? That's completely wrong. She's lying. She got tired of us and left on her own, just like Mom did.
That's impossible, and you know it. Sarah loved this family more than anyone. That's unthinkable. She would never just leave on her own.
If that were true, I would have called her Mom, but I didn't. I kept my distance because I knew she had no real love for me. She was just pretending.
Stop lying! Sarah loved you just as much as I do, maybe more.
How could she? She's not even related to me.
She said she'd pay your tuition, right? Where do you think that money was coming from? Did you ever think about that?
Where?
For the past 10 years, Sarah has been saving bit by bit for your future, working extra hours, taking on more responsibilities. And when she found out you were aiming for med school, she even started working from home. That's how she was trying to earn your tuition. Every single yen was for you.
But that's... I never heard about that. Why didn't anyone tell me?
Of course not. She didn't want to hold it over you, so she kept quiet about it. That's the kind of person she is. The kind of mother she tried to be.
Are you serious? All this time?
Despite how much she loved you, you stomped all over her feelings and kicked her out. That's when I lost all patience with you. I'm done with you completely. I don't care about your tuition or your life anymore. You made your choice.
You can't be serious. You're abandoning me? Your own son?
Don't blame me. You brought this on yourself with your selfishness, your cruelty.
But are you really not going to pay my tuition? You're my father!
I already told you I won't pay your tuition.
The answer hasn't changed, and it won't change.
You know how hard I studied all those years, and you're still going to abandon me just like this?
That's right. Just like you abandoned me.
You're the worst after pretending to care all these years?
I'm fine being the worst. Let me tell you something, too. You must know how much I've done for you. I made you 3 meals a day, plus late-night snacks, drove you to prep school every single day, all while working and keeping up with the housework. I stayed up late helping you study. I cleaned your room. I did your laundry. And then you kicked me out. If I'm the worst, what does that make you? A demon, maybe? Or something worse?
I know I was wrong about that, but
But what?
things are different now. I need help.
So this is different? Now that you need money? It's okay to treat me like dirt? Because I'm not your real mother? Because we're not blood related? But now you need me. Well, I'm done with that kind of life. I'm going to be happy with Jack from now on, without you.
You won't get anywhere with that failure. He'll just keep piling up debt. The way things are now, the bakery is dying.
You're right. The old way wasn't working, but things are looking up.
What? How? What are you talking about?
We're switching from in-store sales to focusing on online orders. We're closing the physical store and moving to an online-only model. This will cut our running costs, and our online sales have been growing lately. The reviews are amazing. People love Jack's pastries. Once this takes off, the business will finally be successful.
And you two are gonna be happy like that? Living off some small online business?
Yes, that's right. We might not be rich, but I'm happy as long as I'm with Jack. Because that's what real family does. They support each other, no matter what.
Oh, really? Well, do whatever you want then. I'll work part-time and take out loans if I have to, but I'm staying in med school. And when I become a doctor and get rich, don't either of you dare come crawling back. I won't help you. Not ever.
Of course not. We wouldn't want that. We'll be fine on our own.
Well, goodbye then. I won't contact you again. Ashley, I have a favor to ask. Please, I need help.
Well, this is rare. I thought you'd never contact me again, after what you said.
I've got a problem. A serious one.
I heard from Jack. You need money, right? For tuition?
I managed to cover the first semester, but I can't get enough for the second semester. I've been working every spare minute, but it's not enough. The payment deadline is next month. If I can't pay, I'll have to drop out. Everything will be ruined.
Aren't you using student loans? Shouldn't that cover it? That's what most students do.
I can barely work while going to med school. The classes are so demanding, so I have to use the loans for living expenses, which means I can't pay tuition. Please, can you help me with the money? Just this once.
No, that's not possible. Jack turned you down too, right? When you asked him again?
I heard the business is doing well. They're trending on social media. People are calling it the best online bakery in the region. So you can spare a little, right? Just enough to keep me in school.
We're just starting to turn things around. We're investing in equipment and stuff, so we don't have extra money. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try somewhere else. Maybe your mother can help?
Stop being so spiteful. You know that's impossible.
It's not like that. We're not being spiteful.
Don't lie! You just can't stand the thought of me becoming a doctor and being happy with Mom! You two are so petty, so jealous of my real mother!
Your mother won't live with you even if you become a doctor. You need to understand that.
What are you talking about? She literally told me that herself! When she left, she said we'd live together once I became a doctor! That was her promise!
That was a lie. A cruel lie. You say she left because the bakery wasn't making money, but that's not true either. She left because she was having an affair with a regular customer at the store. And when they discussed custody during the divorce, your mother, she refused to take custody of you. She didn't want you.
You're lying! This is just another trick!
It's the truth. Ask Jack. He has the divorce papers.
Tell me the truth. Then what was I studying for all these years?
It was a cruel lie. She lied so you wouldn't make a fuss when she left. We kept quiet because we thought if it motivated you to become a doctor and have a good life, that would be okay. But we don't care about that anymore, so I'm telling you the truth. You deserve to know.
I studied to live with Mom! Everything was for that!
You used me and Jack for that, didn't you? Treated us like dirt. Well, that doesn't matter anymore. I'm not even angry. I just don't want anything to do with you anymore. Your life is your own from now on, so do whatever you want. Just don't involve us. Promise me that much. We've moved on.
Please don't abandon me! I have no one else!
How dare you? After you kicked me out without a second thought? After all those cruel words? Maybe your mother matters more to you, but we supported and cheered for your dreams longer than she ever did. I won't help someone who can't appreciate that. Goodbye. I'm blocking you on here. Don't bother trying to contact me again. We're done. After that, Ryan tried various ways to stay in medical school, including taking a leave of absence, but without being able to secure the money, he eventually had to drop out. Learning that he could never see his mother again probably influenced that decision. After leaving medical school with no dreams or hopes left, Ryan worked various part-time jobs, but began missing work regularly, and eventually got fired. He now lives off loans from various consumer finance companies, leading a deteriorating lifestyle. Meanwhile, I'm living a happy life with Jack. The bakery sales are skyrocketing, and Jack delightedly reads customer comments on our website every day, putting his heart into making his pastries. Seeing Jack like this makes me happy too. I hope we can continue building a home filled with smiles.